Hi, I'm Daniel Green, and we're all stuck at home, which means mealtime for the family is a little boring. Well, I want to show you how we can take ingredients from the pantry and take a trip around the world with things that you might have and never thought you could use like this. So why don't you see how we can fire up the pantry? So tonight, we're gonna go to Greece. That's right, all the way from home. We're gonna make it exotic by just using a few simple ingredients. I bet you got these too. We're gonna take some yogurt that's non-fat. We've got some lemon juice that's in a bottle, some garlic, a can of chickpeas, a little bit of chili. We've got some chives that are freeze-dried, a pizza crust that you may have in your fridge, and a cucumber. And with that, we're gonna make tzatziki and hummus. So I find dinner time is okay, but what really happens is later on in the night, it becomes a little bit, where are we gonna snack? What are we gonna have? Well, this is gonna be perfect for movie night and creating a little bit of a snack that's healthy too. What I'm gonna do is take out a pizza roll, and I bet you've got one of these in your refrigerator, or maybe you've got one of the packets. I'm gonna put it on a baking tray and just roll it out a little. And all I'm gonna do is throw that in the oven. That goes in for about 12 minutes, and now I'm gonna make the hummus. It really is so simple, and this is a really healthy way to cut down the fat on what normally is quite a high fat dish. I've got some very, very low fat plain yogurt. This is Greek, and it's got a really nice thickness to it. The thickness really keeps this into being a little bit more like a hummus. I'm just gonna pop that aside. Now, we wanna add a little bit of liquid, and that's lemon juice. Now, the lemon juice, of course, if you've got fresh is best, but we're kind of looking at things that we can use from our pantry, so I always keep a couple of bottles of these, which are still really high in vitamin C, which is perfect because it builds the immune system. Give that a little bit of a squeeze. I like to give it a little bit more flavor. Now, I've got some dried chili. I'm gonna put just a dash in there, not too much. You can add a little bit more, but I kind of like that perfect little balance. Then to that, I've drained some chickpeas. I'm just gonna pour them in and empty them into the food processor. Now, this is something you have to do. For about 20 minutes, I covered in foil some garlic. Now, with this garlic, I just baked it at 400 degrees, and I did that for about 25 minutes, and it comes out like butter. It is gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So what I'm going to do is just pop out from the skin, throw a couple of cloves into the chickpeas. Now, the beauty of doing it like that is it gives this like roasted, beautiful, real subtle flavor of garlic. It's just like heaven. Give it a kind of nice pulse. We want it really to come out as a thickish paste. And just that little drop of lemon juice made it get to the perfect consistency. Leave that aside, and now it's time for the tzatziki. Now, tzatziki is so simple. We kind of always go to the store and we buy these ones that are ready-made. They've got preservatives. Not needed. What we'll do here is take that yogurt. You can use a non-fat. I've got a very low fat. And then to this, I'm going to add a little bit of chopped chives. Now, these are freeze dries. If you can get these, they're really good because they last forever. And they give a little bit of color as well. To that, more of the lemon juice. So we're kind of using a lot of these ingredients to go the same way. And I'm just going to give that a slight mix so it gets that flavor in there. And then set that aside. I'm going to take my cucumber. An English cucumber is absolutely perfect for this. So I'm going to slide it down here. Just take out with a spoon a little bit of the center. And the reason I'm doing that is this is all water. I'll take the heel of a knife and I'll just make really, really fine slices of cucumber. Go as fine as you can. You can always use a mandolin if you want. And then pop all the cucumber in here. The freshness on this is exquisite. So get a couple of cucumbers when you're doing your grocery shop or if you're having it ordered and sent to you. We're gonna really use ingredients that we got in our pantry, and we now have to add a little bit of garlic. So what I like to do with this, I don't like to use too much. I'm gonna set this aside. I'm gonna peel a clove of garlic. Pop that away. And then what I like to do, because I want it really, really fine, is I'm just gonna grate a little bit of that garlic in here. Now this hasn't been cooked, so it's gonna be really strong. So I don't want too much, but enough to give it a little bit of flavor. And then let that sit. Now this is perfect to put in the refrigerator for any given time. I'm talking a couple of days, it will develop more flavor too. Just make sure you read the pack of the yogurt to see when that expires, and that's how long you can keep this. Give it a stir. I'll set it aside, go to the oven, grab out that pizza crust, and then show you how movie night is gonna be healthy. There is nothing like the smell and the aroma of fresh bread. I'm gonna pop these on a plate. Save a little bit more for later. A little bit hummus in there. And now you have got some great snack food for late at night. Maybe you've had dinner and you're thinking, what can I eat that's good for me? Try this. It's gonna be movie night guilt-free. So if you're getting a little fed up of what to make for dinner, make sure you click and subscribe, and also leave us a comment on what you would love me to make you.